I've been making a house for my peppers. I bought another cold frame, and they're not hugely tall because they are just cold frames. But I had enough scrap material from various other things. So this is all like tongue and groove cladding type stuff. And I've got some posts that I've cut from a piece of this was well, I'm going to use the term fitted wardrobe very loosely. It was the wardrobe that was assembled in the master bedroom when we moved in, and it was a pile of crap. So I basically just took this post, which was up against the wall, cut it into 4 pieces. I think they're like 1.5 feet each, these. Almost turned out to be damn near exactly the right measurements. And what I'm doing is basically the cold frame on the corners will just sit on those posts, and then I'm using some of this to create some sides and just create a bit of a box around it, and then this will go over like that, and that will just kind of, so that this will be removable. I'll be able to take the cold frame bit off the top and use it as a separate cold frame. I've got a whole bunch of peppers outside in the garden. It's currently late October, and to be honest, I'm amazed that they're still as happy as they are. And they're not hugely happy, let's be honest about this, but I've still got fruit ripening on them. So I was going to start overwintering them ages ago, but then I saw signs of fruit ripening and thought, oh well, probably best leave it. Managed to get some of them into my other cold frame, which I've just chucked over the top of my raised bed, and I've just sort of sunk the pots down into the soil because there's nothing else in there at the moment anyway. And that seems to be doing those ones some good. So I figured I would do similar for these ones, except that these ones are quite tall, and I would have to displace an awful lot of soil in order to be able to get them into this kind of arrangement with the cold frame on top of the bed. So I thought, well, what I need is a box that I can perch a cold frame up on top of, just to raise it up. Et voila! Pepper house is complete. I don't know if it's not going to stay here. It's kind of, bit of a middle of the patio in the way situation, but it's a temporary thing. I haven't bothered to stain it or anything just yet. I might still do that, but if I'm honest with myself, I probably won't. I think I'm going to move it to somewhere else, probably down the end of the garden where the raised bed with the other cold frame is. So I might do it then. Now this has actually been out a couple of days now already, and I've put some peppers in it. Let's just see how they're looking. It's been getting quite cold, so you know what, it doesn't feel too bad in here. It feels, probably still colder than peppers would like, but let's have a look at what's going on in here. Oh yeah, definitely got some more turning, so I think it has liked this. Oh, there's another one down there. I think this has actually worked out alright. I'm quite pleased with this. So what I would really like to do, and what I wanted to do with the other cold frame when I first got it, I just never really got around to it, was actually measure the difference that it makes in temperature and humidity and various things like that. So I did actually buy already a bag of those DHT11 sensors that do temperature and humidity, but I've got also a bunch of the, what are they, DS18B20, something like that, the Texas Instruments one-wire thermometers. I've used those for on and off, and they're quite good. They've got a reasonable resolution on them. So I have always intended to do something like this. It's just I've, got the parts and then just chucked them in the parts drawer and never really got around to it. So I think I might give that a try. The only thing it leaves me with is how to power them. I've not really done battery operated Arduino stuff before. It's generally always been hooked up to USB, so I guess I'll have a look into that. I've got a little 12 volt, well, I say little 12 volt solar panel. It's perhaps just a little bit smaller than this panel. I've got a charge controller, but the battery that I was using for it way back when was old and secondhand anyway, so it was truly knackered and I got rid of it. So I should probably look into that.